Hello and welcome to another episode of Explorer. We're doing a gameplay video with a deck from Pioneer ported over to Explorer. Dimir Control. Dimir is perhaps my Dimir Control is perhaps my favorite strategy in Magic. Together with things like Splinter Twin and Rogues, sort of like these aggro control type of decks. Legacy and Delver, but Dimir Control is where I've really started getting into smaller tournaments, PPTQs, back in the days, 6 years ago. And yeah, it all started with Shota Yasuoka's Dragons of Tarkir victory with blue-black Dragons Control. And here in Pioneer, there's also a blue-black control deck. I think it originated from Guillaume Wafo-Tapa, Hall of Famer and Control Master. And I saw it in Pioneer and I was like, let's take a look. How many of those cards are actually legal in Explorer? It's almost everything. There's just two cards I had to cut, which is the one copy of Dig Through Time. It's a nice one. And one copy of Summary Dismissal on the sideboard, which that card you're not really missing. It's not useful in Explorer as a sideboard card. But yeah. Here we have blue-black control. People were already asking me in Twitch chat, etc., what do I think about potentially playing blue-black control? I was always saying, red-black and John, they're probably not that good matchups. But you never know. Sorry. You never know. Without trying, how could you possibly be so confident? So here we are playing some blue-black control. And yeah, let's go over the deck. I mean, we have a 7 2-mana counter spells that can theoretically counter like a Fable of the Mirror Breaker or a Trail of Crumbs when you're on the play. So that already gives us a decent amount of interaction early on. Then of course the push, a couple considers to draw cards. One copy of March of Wretched Sorrow, gain some life, kill a Planeswalker potentially. Tainted Indulgence, nice new addition from Streets of New Capenna. Late game can draw 2. Early game we'll just cycle through some stuff, discard a card that you don't need. And then we have the 4 copies of Sinister Sabotage that can surveil us into Memory Deluge, surveil us to enable the Indulgence faster, enable Torrential Gearhulk, putting instants or sorceries into the graveyard. And 2 copies of Soul Shatter, Catch-All, Planeswalker removal, kills Dreamtrawler, Core Void, what have you. Okay, and then we move along. Extinction Event, Shadow's Verdict as sweepers. Both very, very good right now. Especially Extinction Event is excellent against Jund Food because they almost only have odd mana cost creatures. And Shadow's Verdict just gets rid of like these company decks, may it be, yeah, I mean, most of these aggressive decks, they all play mana cost 3 or less. There might be outliners like Questing Beast or Torbran, but most of them just get swept away by Shadow's Verdict. And as card advantage, we have a Hieroglyphic Illumination, 1 mana cycle. You can also just use it early to hit land drops. And of course, Memory Deluge. Finishers, we have Shark Typhoon, 1 copy of Torrential Gearhulk, Hullbreaker Horror. And to round things out, we are playing a main deck Thought Distortion to really swing the control matchup in our favor, the blue-white matchup. If you just get this going, you exile everything, Memory Deluges the entire hand, boom. It's pretty brutal. So the sideboard is filled up with Aethergust, of course, a Go Blank as Graveyard Exiling, Shadow's Verdict for more sweeper action, Enter the God Eternals, very important against aggressive creature decks, Stabilizing, gaining 4 life, making a 4/4, dealing 4 damage. Another Shark Typhoon, flexible card. 1 copy of Thoughtseize is good against combo and control. 1 copy of Noxious Grasp because why not? 3 Mystical Dispute, you know it. Path of Peril, right down here, is an underplayed card. I mean, there's not... Let's just say, I think it is very, very good against these fast, aggressive decks. It gives you a 3 mana sweepers for everything that's 2 or less. And that's, again, Shadow's Verdict is already covering a lot of the cards that you want to destroy. But Shadow's Verdict costs 5. This costs 3. Doesn't cover the 3 drops, but all the 2 and 1 drops. So this card can blow up a lot of things, gain back tempo when you're behind, when someone goes fast with like Burning Tree Emissary especially. Path of Peril, no questions asked, just destroy their fast start. And here, why not one copy of the Scarab God, the powerful 5-drop that kept on dominating Standard while it was legal, might come in a mid-range fight or against an aggressive deck to stabilize the board. The mana base, fairly simple. We have the usual suspects here out of blue, Hall of Stormgiants, Castle Vantress, and Otawara Soaring City. And then 2 Field of Ruin, 2 Fabled Passage. I'm usually not a fan of Fabled Passage, but it does enable the Drowned Catacomb a little bit, which is a point in favor. And we are playing for Fatal Push, and we don't really have other ways to enable the Fatal Push besides these 2 lands here. And I guess Shark Typhoon Cycle for 0 would also enable the Fatal Push, because the 0/0 Shark enters the battlefield and leaves the battlefield immediately. Yep, that is the deck. I'm excited to try it in Explorer. I don't know if it's going to be good. No, I mean, yeah, you just don't really know, but I'm sure it's going to be fun. Because I mean, I love playing this style of deck, and it's a really draw go type of control deck. Not even like the blue-white decks. They have more sorcery speed stuff with Nazats, etc. This deck is just like keep open up mana and respond to what the opponent has going on. Close hand, but we have a good early start. We have a land here. I mean, I wish I had another spell instead of a land, but this is a keep. Starting with Watery Grave here. Tapped, of course. Oh, we're playing a German with a Llanowar Elf. I wonder what I should do. So this is an interesting spot. I'm not entirely sure if I'm supposed to Fatal Push or not. It looks like they're playing black-green fight rigging. And they use this land as their first land. So they're probably light on lands. So maybe I'm supposed to just destroy this elf. So that they can't ramp it to 3-drop immediately. On the other hand, they're down to 5 cards. I have a Fabled Passage now, so I can even just blow up the next 3-drop they play. Fabled Passage also enables the Indulgence. Okay. That is fine by me. Now, opponent, what's up? I think this blue-black deck might have very polarized matchups. I could see that it's quite good against all the creature stuff. Like spirits and mono-red. You just have Fatal Push and then the sweepers, Path of Peril on the sideboard, enter the God Eternals to gain life and stabilize. There's a lot of stuff going on. So yeah. But then against Junt Food, red-black mid-range could maybe be tough. Extinction Event, huh? So you're gonna play Lost-Struck Beast next turn. Which... Then I could kill the Valkyrie with a Fatal Push and then put Extinction Event on Odd. Reasonably. They play 4 Great Henge and Fight Rigging. So those cards I would love to strand in their hand. I hope you don't hear the construction site noises. They're building a house facade side. Do they shock themselves? Okay. What is that supposed to mean? Maybe they're playing around Make Disappear, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. I could also just take 4. Play my Drowned Catacomb Extinction Event. Then I still have the Fabled Passage push up. It can respond to a bigger creature later on. The question is, do I want to Indulgence here? I don't think so. There's no rush on doing anything. I mean, Shadow's Verdict would have been better here, but it's okay. Ooh, nice. Well, that's a good card. Ooh. Okay, I think I will try to Indulgence into a counterspell. They usually only play 1 copy of Collected Company, at least in a Thief list. So we have Sinister Sabotage and Make Disappear and Negate to find. Duh. Wow. That's unfortunate. Yeah, okay. Damn. They probably have a Henge. Discarding a pack leader, yeah. But they can cast Henge no matter what. Damn it. I thought I had this one, but the company into 2 fatties. Okay. Alright. Push the Reggie. I might even want to push the Beast. Block the 1/1. No. I push the Reggie, block the 1/1. That shuts off the Beast. Then I hope. I don't know. Take 7, go to 5. They discarded a pack leader, so the last card is better than a pack leader. It's probably gonna be a Great Henge. No. Okay. Shatter. Shatter kills this, which doesn't do anything. I could just Otawara bounce that. But then I'm not doing anything else with my turn. Take 2, die. I'll just try to find a push, right? Sucks that Soul Shatter is actively blank here. Oh man. That's one way to go. Alright. I guess Negate is pretty mediocre. I mean, it does some things. They have Fortsies too, I guess. They have Fight Rigging, they have Great Henge. Path of Peril. They have Elf and Pack Leader and Ooze. But that's it. Into the God Eternals doesn't really... I mean, it kills some of this stuff. Probably should bring it in. Scarab God, probably should bring that in too. Oh well, that company into double 3 power, 3 mana card. And there we saw Soul Shatter being pretty awkward. Take the counterspell. Or take Scarab God. Nice. Now I'll take the Scarab God, probably. That's a really, really strong start by the opponent. They went Llanowar Elf into Fortsies, into Pack Leader Fortsies. theoretically, maybe I should just let that live for a turn. But then it enables Great Henge. But on the other hand, if it lives for a turn, I guess they don't have Great Henge in their hand, right? Because they can... Yeah, they don't have it in their hand. Because if it lives for a turn, it's gonna make them discard their last card. Which is kinda nice. Or, like, discard the cards. And they don't have Great Henge anyways, but they could draw Great Henge. Alright, I win the race. Down to 9 already. Alright. Okay. They did have it. Ooh, nice. 7. I have 7 enabled. Let's go. Extinction Event doing work. Alright. Restabilized. 7 more turns. Okay. Okay. I mean, this thing is technically pretty good. Just, if I get to 7 mana, it's gonna win me the game. This thing is maybe too inefficient. Too expensive, in a way, because the creatures, they're all too big. Shark seems nice too, because it jumps to 7/6. Until I have like Extinction Event or Shadow's Verdict online. Sinister Sabotage may be a little worse on the draw. Could play like 1 Negate. I'll just play another Sabotage. It's gonna be fine. Like with Fetid Push, you can buy yourself, with the cheap removal, you can buy yourself time and it makes Sabotage better. On the other hand, this deck is kind of bad on the draw, I guess, because you really only have Fatal Push as a catch-up. And I guess now you have Aethergust and Noxious Grasp too. But without those, like, they're just gonna explode onto the board, and then like with those, cards like Sinister Sabotage become better because you keep up on the board, right? You destroy stuff, and then you don't fall behind, so Sinister Sabotage actually on turn 3 is a fine play, because you're not like getting dealt damage. Opponent has the elf every time. Oh my god. That is, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. I don't have an answer. I guess I have to Shark Typhoon to chump block. Maybe I'm supposed to do nothing there. And just Aethergust, hopefully the free drop they play or whatever. That's tough. This is nightmarish scenario here. I go to 13. Ronas, yeah. Okay. I go to 13. And then next turn I make a Shark Typhoon chump, but they can give trample. I guess I can just Aethergust the Ronas. If I want to. Or I could chump block the Ronas. Oh wow, they have Thoughtseize discarded? What the heck? Okay. Well, that's not good for them. Well, that's not good for them. They played a little risky here. Right? It's just, yeah. They just could have just fought-seized me there. I think that, I mean, I would have cast fought-seize on turn 3 there. Not another Regisaur. That seems way too risky. I guess for this matchup, it could be nice to have a Heartless Act. Yeah. Something like that. A 2-mana clean removal. Just more cheap removal, essentially. That can hit like the black creatures too. Noxious Grasp doesn't hit those. Mythic Championship 2019. That's a while ago already. Mono red, alright. So you can consider Fated Push, or you can make disappear. Probably wanna consider and Fatal Push, and then make disappear the next play. Nothing. Alright. They have 2 of them? Indulgence enabled, let's go. So I can take another hit, or I can play make Shark. I think I'll take another hit. Or not. Maybe I just make a Shark. Then I play this. Then I block with the Shark. Yeah. But I drew an instant. Man, these Indulgence looking hot. Na. So they have two interesting spells they can choose from. Man, this dog is going crazy here with the effects. Yikes. I'm pretty sure that's an arena bug. Alright, I'm at 6. They have Ramada Bruins here. I have a counterspell. Should be fine. Well, if they draw runner, lightning strike, I might lose. Okay, they did not. Alright. Mono red. Beaten in game 1. That's nice. Okay. Thought Distortion, no thank you. So, Negate is interesting. They're like a creature-based version mostly. They also do have stuff like Chandra post-board. I mean, just in general, counterspell's not that great. Soul Shatter, it's not that great. Path of Peril, probably what I want here. To enter the God Eternals for sure. Evergust, yes. Yeah, not a question. What stays? Shadow's Verdict, Torrential Gearhulk, Hullbreaker, maybe too slow. Do we want the second Verdict? I think Verdict is a little slow. Especially on the draw. Again, something like a Heartless Act I wouldn't mind having. Maybe we should play a Heartless Act over this Noxious Grasp. So Ember Cleave could also be a thing, so it's just playing a blocker, like a 5/5 blocker, is a little risky. Just play the Shadow's Verdict. It's quite bad against Den of the Bugbear too. Maybe I'll just play Shark or Counterspell. We do have a decent chunk of removal. We have like the 2 paths, we have 2 Extinction Events, and then 1 Shadow's Verdict. It's for 5 sweepers. I guess Bone Crusher Giant and Annex are a little tough to deal with. We have the Ether Gust, and we have the Soul Shatter. Soul Shatter, not the best card ever in this matchup. It's okay. It's playable. It's good. It's decent against Bone Crusher. You don't take any damage when targeting it. But I like the look of this deck. How quickly the Indulgence is enabled. How good Fatal Push. I mean, Fatal Push is just excellent, I guess. Against all these monocolored decks, especially. This really reminds me of my past. It's like, yeah, you kill the important creature, leave them with the bad one, and then have the sweeper later for the bad one, right? Like, that's the plan of the Soulscar here. Riding Vortex. Good one. Yikes. Okay. Search for a Skanta. I played that one in blue-black in the past. I think I'll take it. I'll just kill that thing. Ah! Wrong land. Well, now I certainly regret killing the Soulscar, but if I would have drawn an untapped land, it would have been nice. But it's crazy, right? My opponent went 1-drop, 2-drop, on turn 3, 2-drop, 1-drop. And we're kind of like in the game. I just have to draw like a swamp here, yeah. And now we're like winning. Like, that's really insane, isn't it? Like, my opponent had a great curve out. But because I have Fatal Push and just cheap counter spells, I did just fine. Wow, alright. Nice. We're just destroying mono red that curves out on us. That's a pretty good one.
When people start screaming,
This doesn't shoot planeswalkers, right? Only creatures. Soul Shatter. Sure. I got nothing. Man, Torrential Gearhulk is a house. I kind of want to play more of that. Not gonna lie. Yeah. Jesus. Ooh. That was intense. Cast 20 blue or black spells. Sounds good to me. Let's play Heartless Act in a sideboard. Heartless Act is one of those cards you kind of want to play in the main deck, to be fair. Yeah. Sounds good to me. I mean, I would like to have another Gearhulk. Just such a powerhouse, especially if you go 1/1/1/1/1, and then boom, you drop the Gearhulk. So you also have the horror already in the deck. I'm gonna leave it as is for now. This probably, you don't want to make a deck too clunky. That's also an issue, right? Like the draw we had Shadow's Verdict and Gearhulk. If we wouldn't have drawn those lands off the top, it would have been in a tough spot. Yeah, that was really impressive. Like, on the draw, we just kept up with their stuff. On the draw. Tempting. The Spirits deck. Am I cycling Censor? I think so. Shark Typhoon is quite good against this deck. I'm not gonna use push on these 1/1s. I'll wait until they invest. If they would just want to poke me with these, it's fine. Well, I have to kill that. At least I'm not taking damage, I guess. Yeah, I maybe should have kept this, because I am losing this game now. I really need to find push. They have a face save too, okay. I mean, I was on a draw, I mulligan to 5. There's not much I can do. Yeah. Just choosing to draw a card. They're playing loose. I don't. Or maybe not. Maybe they just have a bunch of counter spells. But why did you not activate the Haven there? You can also activate these two guys. Anyways, whatever. They probably had counter spells. Heartless Act, Path of Peril. Thoughtseize? Mystical Dispute, Shark. Probably want the Thoughtseize. Then Shadow's Verdict. It's a little expensive, but it does the trick. When it resolves, it's lights out. I don't love these cheap counters, but they're on the play, they're fine, I guess. Yeah, just kill everything. We have the Mystical Dispute as well. The Sharks are really nice. I just have to survive the early game. Path of Peril seems excellent here. Oh, come on. I guess the deck is a little landlight. We only play 24. But we do have these indulgences. And a Consider and a Hieroglyphic, but 24 is still low. Yeah, Spectral Sailor. Just gonna ignore that thing for now. Rattle Chains. No, nothing. Okay. Just a bunch of counter spells, I guess. Not even attacking. Aggressive. All right. This is just some sort of, I don't know, like, you really trying to outgrind me? A few extra cards there, is that gonna work, you think? Well, we can sure play this game. If they're gonna activate, I'm gonna Deluge. Rattle chance. The Hullbreaker Horror might not even be that good here. Really exile? Creature. Lucky. Shadow's Verdict. Hmm. Two cards left. I mean, I really like this Shadow's Verdict, but now it's too late, right? Now they can have Counterspell up. I have a Mystic Dispute, but... Alright, fine. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna push the Illuminator here. Nice Fabled Passage enabling me that. And then I will try to Verdict next turn. I use two counters. I have this Dispute, so maybe if they tap low, I can make it work. Sure. Okay, nice. Glad I kept that Verdict. They have multiple of these Illuminators, huh? A Rattle Chance. Cool. Alright. I'm starting to doubt the Hull Breaker. It just seems a little too slow. Maybe they enter the God Eternals. The 4/4 on the ground blocks Faceless Haven, but that's about it. And it also is vulnerable to Mystical Dispute. Maybe I just play Counterspell. The way they played that last game, it was kind of slow. Sinister Sabotage could be okay. Which is the Shark Typhoon deck. Shark Typhoon is one of our better cards. I hope they don't. I mean, they do have Brazen Borrower, right? They probably do have Brazen Borrower. Okay, that's a keep. I know I don't have double black yet, but it's a keep. Path of Peril too strong. Push too strong. Wait a minute. I think I'm just killing it now. Na gut. We have another Counterspell. I guess that's a reason to not Fatal Push. Free cards. I'm just gonna Soul Shatter. Or should I Shark Typhoon? Jump block. Alright. Hoping that they play a creature and that's it. No counter spells. I'm scared. Just trying to hit a land drop here. Wish I had more Fatal Push. They're not doing anything, huh? No Brazen Borrower, no Rattle Chains. It makes me think they have a bunch of more counters, which is horrible for me because counter spells are the one thing I can't see right now. If I would have drawn a land here, I could have made a 3/3 shark. That would have been nice. I can technically Sinister and March to kill this, but I would have to exile 2 things. It's pretty painful. I think I'll just make a shark again and jump block. We'll see what they do. Maybe they have Rattle Chains. Brazen Borrower hard cast. Well, now I could kill this thing. If I had a negate, that would have been better in the sabotage. I also have Faces Haven. I mean, they're gonna kill me quite quickly. But I have another Shark. Alright, fine. I think I'm just gonna exile these two. And kill this spirit. Yeah. Okay. Land. They're gonna hit me for 7. I'm at 18 now. I can just make a 1-1 block the Brazen Borer. Land is kinda good though, especially with the Memory Deluge. Okay. So we know they... Yeah, this is bad. That is... So now I have to get lucky, essentially. And hope they can't do anything against the 3/3 Shark. Hope they attack into it. I guess... Yeah, I don't know. They exiled Enchantment? So they're looking for Curious Obsession, I guess? They're not even activating the Faces Haven? What the heck? Alright, let them choose. And then make a 3/3 and hope that's enough. Damn it. That's a good game, probably. No, I mean, I could hit a sweeper off the top. Bush doesn't do anything. Yeah, Brazen Borer is the best card in the matchup. Yeah, they drew 2. What can you do? I think this is a little bit better for the spirits, for the blue-black deck than for the blue-white deck. A little bit. I'm not even sure, honestly. Really would like to have more Heartless Act type of cards. Path of Peril. Yeah, just being 3-mana sorcery. Ugh, kinda sucks. Maybe cut a Soul Shatter for a Heartless Act. It's a lot of sweepers. It's like the 2 Path, the 4, and the Shadow's Verdict. Maybe just cut the Shadow's Verdict and add another Heartless Act. Maybe just put the Heartless Act in the main and the Thought Distortion in the sideboard. That makes my matchup against Control worse. But I don't know. We've just been running into these creature decks. I haven't seen much blue-white lately. And again, it's just one swap. I mean, it's a pretty significant swap. I'm putting out a card. Like, the 6-mana card is just so wacky against so many decks. It's like so bad, right? The Thought Distortion is just terrible against like a huge array of decks. But I get it. It's like a one-off that can just win you the Control Mirror, which we just get paired against. Of course, after I remove the Thought Distortion, I get paired against Control. God, I hate my life. Literally hate my life right now. Oh, God, come on. And then look at my hand. I have 4 black cards that are unplayable. Okay, there's a reason that Thought Distortion is in there to win game 1, I suppose. Oh, come on. I just want to concede. I drew a Heartless Act. My opponent plays a Castle Ardenvale. This is like the nightmare for any blue-black player, that card. And this hand is just so terrible. Oh! Call an ambulance for me. I just have to hope to find Tainted Indulgence. I mean, this is technically a good matchup to see. It's just... I just want to rage that I just removed the best card in the matchup from my deck in game 1. God damn it. It's a good match. I'm trying to say that this is a good matchup to witness. Because, hey, is blue-black better than blue-white? Blue-black's supposedly better normally, I would say. But maybe not, I don't know. They're very similar in terms of what cards they play. This Heartless Act, by the way, that would... You know what that would be? That would be a Thought Distortion. Which probably would just instantly win the game here. Like, imagine if I cast a Thought Distortion on turn 6. They just lose. Opponent has 7 cards in hand. Thought Distortion. Boom. I wish. Maybe I get punished for not shocking here. Because now if they go to Fairy, I can't Soul Shatter. Or Nazet, I can't Soul Shatter either. So they have Portable, yeah. Well, now I'm kinda all in on this horror. I guess I could have Shadow's Verdict there, but... It's kind of funny, huh? Turn 6, I would have just fought Distortion and probably win the game on the spot. They have an Absence. This game was decided by my last sideboard change, which is just so sad. That's magic, I guess. Rude. Lesson learned. I guess you keep one Thought Distortion. I mean, I don't know. It's just so hard to take anything away from that. Like, it is, yeah, I guess you just play one Thought Distortion because in game 1 it can happen that you draw it. I mean, that game, If Heartless Act would have been anything else, probably just lose because they had it all in a way. Like, how do I beat them? How do I beat them? Not counter the Memory Deluge? I don't know. My hand was just really awkward. Too many black cards. I kind of want to have a second Fatal Push for sharks, etc. I think the March is just too clunky. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Thought Distortion in game 1 will certainly swing the matchup immensely. Alright, Memory Deluge it is. Perfect. I could have milled it, I know, and then it would have been in a graveyard, but I think actually I'm happy casting it here. Turn Urian, sure. Very aggressive on those vetoes. I just want to make land drops. And now I have 2 Deluges in the graveyard. I mean, I'm gonna win the long game. Oh my god. Oh god. I have Soul Shatter. For 1 second I was like, oh my god, they're gonna just get me with this. I have Soul Shatter. Whew. All is good. All is fine. Let's make some land drops. Perfect. Oh, Soul Shatter. Yeah. Nice one. In this matchup, it's really good. Kills all the good stuff. Perfect. Beautiful. They played Javari Disruption already. I'll just do it now. You concede. Okay. Good. I guess maybe I want Heartless Act over Fatal Push because Heartless Act deals with Yorion. Here, Noxious Grasp would be a nice one. Extinction Event deals with Dream Trawler. I think it's fine. Dream Trawler is going to be a tough one for them to resolve. Because of that flash, I don't like it. I don't like it. Flash, I don't like. That's a nice one with Gearhulk. One's very patient. I guess they want to Nazad with Vido on turn 5. Ooh, okay. Just slamming. Could cycle and then cast Gearhulk, draw 2. What if they have another Teferi and then they minus on my Gearhulk? They're playing an 80 card deck. Oh, I can hardcast Shark. Go blank, huh? So now I could also make a 4/4. Oh, this is... I think now I'm just gonna pass. Now having the option of making just a 4/4 here is just too good. Wow. Ballsy. Alright. This worked out perfectly. Thoughtseize was a nice one. Nah. This opponent just disconnected. The tilt disconnect. What did we learn? I mean, Thoughtseize was good. Cheap counterspells are good against the sorcery speed Planeswalkers. Teferi is a 5-mana sorcery card. We don't have that in our deck, really. We just have instant speed draw spells. So we have a little bit of leg up on them in that regard. We both have Sharks. Their Shark is more threatening than my Shark, because their Shark hardcast is... I mean, I have Otawara. I guess I have Hullbreak Aura, but yeah, that's about it. So... I don't know. Blue-white has tools. Veto is decent, but not amazing. Because in the end, countering Memory Deluge is like the best thing you can counter. And has flashback. So, and Wandering Emperor, that's a good one for blue-white. This flash threat, but it costs 4 mana. We have all these make disappears and negates. Especially if games go fast like this, then the make disappears and censors will be good. And when those are good, yeah, and if those are not good, if the games go long, I guess I have more card draw, like Tainted Indulgence, Memory Deluge, Hieroglyphic Illumination, and 4 Sharks compared to the, especially 80 card Yorion list. They are playing more cards. I guess they have Omen of the Sea. I mean, they also have good card advantage, so I don't know. The game goes long. I guess it favors blue-white, I would say. Because my make disappears get worse. They get Yorion access. I was just lucky to have drawn multiple Memory Deluges the last game. Game 2. And here, I mean, they just ran into my stuff. They just completely ran into my stuff. It's like as if I mind-slavered them. That's how they played. So, it's a close matchup, I'd say. I guess the Thought Distortion is the big one. Especially if you have that game 1 and you can find it over a long game. That's huge. And that will win games. So I guess I'll put it back into the deck. I'll put it back. I wonder if 24 lands is the correct amount. It seems low. Quest accomplished. But you do have Censor, Indulgence, Illumination to cycle. Honestly, this March of Wretched Sorrow, I'm not a fan, I think. I mean, it gains a bunch of life, maybe, but I think I will just cut it. Play the Heartless Act in the main deck. Cut it from the sideboard. I guess we want it. Yeah, okay, just put the Distortion back in. The Hullbreaker seems a little overkill as well. Do you really need it these days? It dies to Fateful Absence against blue-white, which, ugh, I hate that. I guess the Shark also dies to everything. Kinda just want to play another Gearhulk. Put the horror in the sideboard. $24 lands. It's low, it's low. Alright, I mean this looks fine to me. You could, I think the Scarab God is kinda whatever, it's not that good. But I think it is a one-hit wonder against red-black mid-range. So they can't really deal with it. It's just gonna kill them. This card is also very nice against Graveyard Trespasser, the Soul Shatter. You could convince me on Essence Scatter being a nice one. But as of right now, I guess I have Heartless Act here. Make Disappear. Like, this deck is certainly built in mind with red-black, because Make Disappear is very good against red-black. As is Censor. Alright. I think I like this deck. I like the look of it. This is sort of the version I think that is fine for Explorer. and I might continue exploring this archetype. In any case, that's going to be it for this video. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video to help with the algorithm. I would greatly appreciate that. And let me know in the comments what you think might be another good addition. Is there a card I'm missing? A nice blue-black Planeswalker or something that we could play? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Alright guys, see you next time. Bye bye.